It's a new day, everyone, and welcome back.
Where am I now? Celine, this looks just like my room. I knew it. I'm back in Ymir. I'm finally back home. My memories are kind of hazy now, but I think that means everything that happened in the mountains.
Why'd it get so cold all of a sudden? Oh, you finally woke up?
Yeah, just a second ago. How about you? Feeling better after a cat nap?
I guess. I slept more than I meant to, actually. You're awake.
Elise! Good morning. Actually, it's probably closer to noon now, isn't it? Elise?
Oh, I'm so happy that you're awake. You don't know how scared I was. There was all that chaos in the capital, and then we lost all contact with you. We had no idea where you were. I'm just so relieved.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for worrying you so much, Elise.
No, you don't need to apologize. I knew that somewhere out there you were all right, and that you'd come back safe.
But we didn't realize you were just having a nap for a month.
Welcome home, Rean.
It's good to be back, and thanks.
I see our two little lovebirds are as Twitter-pated as ever.
Hello, Alfin.
Pardon? Good morning, Rean. And to you as well, Elise.
Hey there. Just swinging by to see how you're holding up.
You're here too, Your Highness? I'm really not dreaming then.
Oh, you're so silly, Rean. I would have thought the warmth of your dear sister pressed against your chest was proof enough of that. Your Highness, please!
Well, I'm just glad you're up. How are you feeling? Still sore? You've been fast asleep since we brought you back here yesterday.
I don't have any serious injuries, at least. But I doubt I'd be able to say that if you hadn't come when you did. Thanks, Toval.
I suppose I owe you my thanks, too. That art of yours didn't come a moment too soon.
You're both very welcome. I just didn't want to give these two young ladies anything to cry about.
Aww.
I see you're finally up.
Dad! Mom!
Hello, Rean. It's wonderful to see you back home.
I imagine you have plenty of questions running through your mind, but first and foremost is getting you something to eat. We can discuss what to do from here on out after that.
It's good to be home. The hot springs paradise, as mentioned in the drama CD. It's kind of odd they got that picture on the mantle. It's been a month now since that so-called Noble Alliance occupied Heimdall. At present, they have effectively all of the nation's major cities under their control. The Imperial Army tried what they could to stop their advances, but the majority of their forces have already been defeated. I had a feeling that would be the case. If nothing else, at least you two are safe. We were at St. Estrella when the capital was occupied, so we were caught up in the chaos too. It was only thanks to Toval appearing and rescuing us that we're sitting here now. What were you doing there, Toval? I got an urgent request to escort Her Highness and Miss Elise to safety. As soon as I got that, I booked it there as fast as I could. I'd never turned down a personal request from Prince Olivert, you know? Prince Olivert asked you? Oh, that explains it. He kindly escorted us out of the capital, successfully evading the Noble Alliance's attempts to pursue us. And roughly 10 days later, we were able to reach Ymir. I'm just so glad that you made it here safely. Unfortunately, it appears His Majesty the Emperor and Crown Prince Cedric fell into the Alliance's hands. And the official story is that both of them have been taken into protective custody, so they're both rumored to be safe. However, Prince Olivert's whereabouts currently remain unknown. There's not even a confirmation that he's safe somewhere? That's more than a little worrying. You needn't to be so concerned. I'm sure he's perfectly well. He made it through the chaos in the Burl last year unharmed, as you know. He's always been a resilient one. As for Cedric, father and mother, I'd like to believe they're all alright too. I'm sure they are, Your Highness. I'm worried about the Imperial family as much as anyone. But if you don't mind me interjecting, Rean, I imagine you're probably most concerned about what happened to Trista and Thors. Luckily for you, we've managed to get some info on that front. Please, tell me everything you know. What's happening over at the Academy? Is everyone alright? Now, I don't think this will come as much of a shock to you, but both Trista and Thor's military academy are completely under the Noble Alliance's forces' control. They're both taken over not long after the war began. No. Oh, again, just that aspect, like, I got goosebumps just from the idea of the no. It's like, yeah, again, the bond, like, doing all the bonding scenes has had an impact on how I feel about Class 7. It's like, oh, it's changed this game already. And again, got that sort of giddy excitement. It's just, anyway, yes, depressed, yes, but Rean? No matter how much I thought about it, I didn't want to believe it was true. What about the students and our instructors? Honestly, I wish I had more I could tell you. There are rumors that they resisted being occupied as long as they could, but not much more than that. Try not to let concern get the best of you. It's too early to presume the worst has happened. Yeah, I'm with Lord Schwarzer here. On the contrary, some rumors would even suggest the opposite. What rumors? Word has it that a number of students and staff are unaccounted for, and the Noble Alliance is still trying to find them. Then that means... have some of them managed to escape? Well, rumors are rumors. Still, your classmates and Sarah have more than gotten their feet wet at this point. I can't see them being taken down easily. The odds sound pretty good if you ask me. What say you? What else can I say? I would have to agree. Celine? I couldn't tell you where she is right now, but Emma's still alive, that's guaranteed. You can tell? I'm her familiar, so we've got a link of some kind between us. If anything were to happen to her, trust me, I'd know about it. All I know is that she's alive, though. Nothing else. How peculiar. Anyway, there's no point assuming the worst, when there's every chance that it hasn't happened. So try to keep the faith, alright? Think of it this way. I'm probably just as worried about you as you are for them. And yet here you are. Safe and sound. You've got a point, actually. Safe and sound you may very well be, but you're hardly in peak condition. Take this chance to stay home for a time and recover your strength. And while you're here, why not go pay everyone a visit? The whole village has been eagerly awaiting your recovery. That's true. I think they'll all be delighted to see you. And, if you'd like, I'd be happy to accompany you. Thanks for the concern, Elise, but I'll be fine on my own. Honest. That sounds like a good idea, Mum. I think I'll do just that. Prologue. The Depths of Despair. Looks like Elise and Princess Alfin have already gone out. Like Mum said, it might not be a bad idea to follow suit. This could be a good chance to walk around the village and collect myself a bit. Yeah, try and get the lay of the land. Ymir's town map can now be accessed by pressing the square button. The town map allows you to confirm the present location of both important characters and objectives. Indeed it does. I like, because obviously I was wearing similar to this in the previous game as a, costume that I could put on. I like this one. I like the sort of browny, orangey feel. I like it very much. Yes. But what options do we have? Rean's winter look? Like, that's it? That's what it is? So if I remove it, that's Rean's winter look? Alright. Well, if only we had some DLC or something. Oh! Ah, look what we got here. Anything? There we go. Of course, we want Noi. I thought they said faceplant. I was very much like, what? Faceplant? Rean? Rean's casuals too. Let's get them out. Oh my god. I don't remember these things. Were they in the previous game as well? Did I just not pay attention, or did I forget completely? It's like, hold on a minute. Gold couple. Well, we have gold, don't we? What else we got? Michette. Alright. What's the anniversary set? Oh, anniversary Mishies. Oh, that's the king one, isn't it? Yeah. Retrial set. I'm fine with the items and the materials. Like the shining palms, no. Those I can sell, so that's an easy amount of money. Sepith, very much want that. Monster ingredients, that would be good. Sepith. I'm fine with taking the Sepith, because it's like, it's me grinding. Because you know me, I have very much wood. Yeah, we'll have them. Like, we'll replace these, that's the thing. Like, monster ingredients I'm very much on board with. Because again, it saves me grinding if I can avoid it. Here and there. Like, cerams I'm going to sell. Because it's like, that's a lot of easy money. You materials, I'm taking them. I shouldn't really take too much. Rean's unspeakable costume. Right, so let's have a look at our equipment here. These casual. There, that. Like, I like that, but I like the orangey one more. Like, yeah. Just like that. It's like, don't feel like that suits him. And that's just a whole other thing we don't want to really talk about at all. No. There we are. Everything feels complete. But obviously. Winter look. Like, no. No. Well, let's see. It's Tio! Oh, Ren. We've got Ren there. I'm kind of inclined to... Instead of Noi, I'm gonna go with Ren. I should look at the others though, shouldn't I? Look at a Joshua there. Look at little Joshua. He's adorable. Oh, I mean... it's a toss-up between Ren... I mean, I've got other characters incoming, but it is a toss-up between Ren and Estelle, and I feel like I'm gonna go with Estelle on Rean. I feel like... I wish it wasn't on the army put like that, but... Yeah, I want Estelle to be there. That feels right. So, let's see... Oh, how do I get the map? There we go. Got loads of places to go, loads of people to visit, so let's start in here, I guess. In the kitchen. Wow, that smells delicious. Wait a sec. Is that pheasant stew? Your very favorite. Your father said that he wanted you to have a nourishing dinner, so he went and caught one himself. Really? I'll be sure to thank him later. Speaking of food, you've got a lot going on here. Smells amazing. Well, the circumstances may not be ideal, but it's been too long since we last dined together as a family. And since Her Highness arrived, it's been so lively that I feel like I've gained a second daughter. Times like these are when a mother has to put her best foot forward, don't you think? You really are the perfect mother. Even in times like these, you're right here, ready to warmly welcome us home with open arms. Can't see that ever changing. If only I were half as good a son as you are a mum. Aww. Mum, is something wrong? That's not true at all. When I had no idea what was going on with you and your sister, I worried myself sick. At times, I felt as though my chest was going to burst from it all. But believing that you two would come back to me safely was the key to keeping myself together. With that in mind, I can focus instead on getting this house ready to welcome you both home. Mum? Whatever doubt you may have about your place in this family, as long as you're here in this house, you're our son. If you're ever feeling down or afraid, you can always find comfort in my arms. And then, once you've found the strength to keep going, you can pick things back up right where you left them. Thanks, Mum. I actually feel a lot better now. Well, look forward to dinner tonight. And make sure you work up a good appetite for it, alright? No worries there. Yeah, I'm starving. When all's said and done, I'm just happy that you've come back home to me, and I'm certainly not alone. Many of the villagers came to check on you and brought gifts, too. Now I have plenty of new ingredients to work with. Hope you're ready for a hearty meal, Rean. Yes, it's the same again then. Very well. Right, is Baron Schwarzer around? Imagine he's upstairs in his office, maybe? Ah, there we go, there we go. All of the Empire's major cities are under the control of the Noble Alliance now. They've been so focused on those, they haven't had the time to deal with frontier regions like ours. Thankfully, this means that Ymir hasn't felt the full impact of the Civil War. It does seem that way. I was relieved to see how little's changed. A nice snowfall's the only real difference compared to my last visit. By the way, I see you chose not to join the Noble Alliance. Is everything alright on that front? Well, I've never wanted anything to do with a noble faction to begin with. There's always the chance they'll try and invite me to join, but I'm confident I can talk my way out of it. I'm a little concerned that I can't get in touch with Viscount Arcade, however. You can't? Did something happen over in Legram? Or maybe even the Courageous? I'm afraid I couldn't tell you. But it's Viscount Arcade we're talking about. He'll be fine. Regardless, I'm just trying to make sure that we're well prepared for anything. Especially since our duties have expanded to sheltering Her Highness. That's true. The Alliance already has His Majesty and the Crown Prince, so it's safe to assume they want Princess Alphen as well. Dad, let me know if there's anything I can do to make your job easier. I'm more than happy to help. Of course. I'm sure I'll be counting on you in the days to come. Still, start with trying not to rush things. You shouldn't have to jump to thinking you need to shoulder more than your fair share of responsibility. There's only so much burden that one person can bear. Do you think I'm shouldering too much? Admittedly, those are Master Kafai's words and not mine. But they get across what I want to say well enough. And whether I think it or not, this is a good chance for you to get some well-earned rest. I want you to make the most of it, alright? Sure. Thanks, Dad. I haven't been able to contact Master Kafai either. But he's never been one to concern himself with worldly affairs. I doubt he's in any trouble. Just focus on yourself for the time being. I just want to double check there. Right, so where are we heading out to first? That's the question. The obvious thing is, doggy! Yes, indeed. I'm home Mado. Someone let me know on that one. Being welcomed back by you really makes me feel like I'm home again. What? Woof woof indeed. Woof woof indeed. Right, so let's look for dots all over the place. There's a few down here. Let's go around, like to the middle and around. That feels like the correct course of action to me. So, it's a mishy snowman. It's a mishy snow. I'm assuming this is going to be the penguin as well, or the fez. Sort of gives it away, doesn't it? Sort of gives it away. Should we start over here? Let's start in the middle. Start in the middle.
Oh, here you are, Elise. I wasn't expecting to find the two of you together.
Well, it's quite cold outside, so I thought I'd come and give Celine some warm milk. I keep telling her that she doesn't need to go out of her way for me, but she won't listen. The steam here is plenty to keep me warm. Oh no, that wouldn't do at all. You saved my brother's life. At least allow me to try and make your stay here in Ymir a comfortable one.
Celine saved my life? And when exactly did this happen?
I told her nothing of the sort. I keep trying to tell her it's not true, but she won't believe a word I say. Is something the matter?
Yes, it almost sounds like you've been speaking to yourself.
Nope, not a thing.
I'd really rather you didn't act like I saved his life, though. Besides, if anything, I should be the one who owes you. What do you mean? Nothing. Forget I said anything. The milk's cooled down a little now, so I'm going to have some. Thank you.
Thinking back on it, didn't Elise later say she spotted a cat when she went into the old schoolhouse?
Yes, she did.
That better not have been who I think it is.
Don't give me that look. I wouldn't have let her in there if I didn't think it was safe, you know?
Wait, what?
I was desperate. You just had such a half-hearted reaction to that door, so I started getting impatient and...
I can't believe you! She could've...
She wasn't in any danger, honestly. The Guardian in there was designed not to attack people unrelated to the trial. It didn't touch her even when she was right in front of it, right? That's proof enough. I'm sorry, okay? I never should have done it to begin with. Emma's lectured me over and over about it, too.
You're sorry? You...
I'm not sure why you're whispering to one another, but regardless, I want you to know how much I appreciate what you did.
I like the idea. It's like, that was a whisper from me, like, you're sorry! Like, I kind of heard that, Rean.
Like I said before, I want to make your stay a comfortable one. Whatever you need, please don't hesitate to ask. It's okay, really. And, sorry. Why are you sorry?
Well, she does genuinely seem to regret what she did. And Elise didn't come to any harm. I guess I'll let her off this time. I really do have one amazing little sister. Compared to her, I'm...
Aw, Rean, mate. You can now view the character tab in your notebook. We know how the character tab works. I'm not sure what you have to apologize for, especially after what you've done for Rean. But regardless, please do tell me if I can do anything to make your time here more pleasant. You don't need to go out of your way for me. Really? It's kind of entertaining to watch her squirm from all of Elise's attention. This is the last thing I need. I brought you some sardines too. Mr. Kafai gave them to us the last time he was here, so I'd hate to see them go to waste. Sardines, you say? Sardines! Hey there, Alf. Rean, you're awake. You doing okay? Are you sure you shouldn't be getting more rest? Don't worry. I'm feeling just fine. You look like you're working hard. Are you helping out at the shop today? Yep, it's the least I can do. Can't grow up to be a real man if I don't do my part once in a while. That's what Master Yun told me anyway. And he's right. I'm gonna work as hard as I can so I can grow up to be a real man. Kiki always gives me this weird look when I say that to her, though. I see they haven't changed a bit. Oh yeah, a letter arrived from Master Yun right before the war. He's still wandering all over with nothing but a sword as usual. Sounds like he's having lots of fun. He's so cool, isn't he? Maybe I can be a swordsman like him when I'm all grown up. I tend to think he's a little too free-spirited for his own good, but I can't deny that he's living the dream. I know, right? You know what? Next time he visits, I'm gonna ask him to take me on as his student. Bet he'll do it if I bring him a drink and some snacks. Something tells me he's just gonna take those and play dumb about the whole student thing afterward. Oh well, nothing wrong with having a dream to work towards. Whenever he's here, Master Yun tells me all kinds of stories about his travels while relaxing in the footbath. I hope I can be as cool as him one day. I think if I find him something really nice to drink, he'll take me on as his student. It's possible, though. I mean, you give it a shot, you know. What we got in here? 2 dots. 2 dots. Hey. I'm glad you came over. You've been the talk of the town ever since you came back. I'm just sorry I had to come back home under these circumstances. Sounds like everyone was pretty worried about me. How's the shop been? Can't imagine it's been all that easy running it with the war going on. You got that right. Getting goods in has been a real nightmare lately. I'm getting enough in for everyone in the village though, so don't you worry. You caught me right in the middle of taking stock, actually. If you've got any shopping to do, can you come back later? Sorry. No, of course. Let me know if there's anything I could do to help. I appreciate that. Taking stock always reminds me just how much weird stuff we've got in here thanks to the wife. I see nothing's changed in that regard. Yeah. She's still easily caught up in the latest trends. I don't mind so much when it's stuff we can actually sell, but there's plenty here that no sane person would even buy. Oh well, better get this stuff sorted and my next order planned. Can only order once a week now. Can't miss the chance. Oh, hello there. You won't believe who's been coming in here lately. Well, maybe you will, but none other than Princess Alfin herself. She's the sweetest little thing. The way she looks at you, her smile. I wish I could just hug her and squeeze her and never let her go. Well, they don't call her one of the country's greatest treasures for nothing, I guess. They certainly don't. Don't you worry. We'll keep her safe as can be. She really seems to be making herself at home here. It's good to know. Princess Alfin seems to have a lot of free time lately, though she sometimes comes in to look at all of our products. It always makes me so happy when she does. And if I'll get to see her again today. Let's see what you got in the shop though. Puppy watch. Puppy, hello. We'll have the Gambler Jag. We'll also sell those Zerams. All these Zerams that I said I was going to sell. Boom. Boom. There you go. A lot of money. We're quite sorted for quite a while. Oh, I forgot to equip some of these things on Rean. Really? Yeah, that's why I've got to be careful with those U material things. Like, I kind of need them. It's like, don't go beyond the 99 when I select this stuff. That would be a bad idea. Let's see equipment here. Okay. Strength up. Red seal. I'm thinking prevents freeze would be a better idea. I mean, and the golden emblem, of course. You know, gotta have that. Gotta have that. Nothing else there. Okay. I just love we got this little cute little Estelle on our arm. Adorable. Rean, you're up. Hey Luke, sorry for worrying you. But as you can see, I'm perfectly fine now. Are you sure? You always say you're fine, even when you're not. I can go and ask Lisa for some medicine if you need it. Well, guess I do feel a little dizzy. It's probably more from sleeping too much, though. I mean, I slept inside the Divine Night for a whole month and all. Talking about getting your beauty sleep. I've been hearing about the Divine Night since you came back. It still blows my mind that it actually exists. Yeah, whatever. The point is, take it easy, okay? Elise isn't the only one happy to see you back home. Thanks. That means a lot to me. Doing a job here, so That I could work close to home was all well and good in theory. I never realized just how important this job is. Think about it. This cable car is what connects Ymir to the rest of the country. And now I've got to think about how the Noble Alliance forces could be patrolling down at the base of the mountain too. We're using it as little as possible so they don't catch on that Her Highness is here. It's stressful, to say the least. I can imagine. So the Noble Alliance forces' reach extends this far north now. Hope the others are all alright. It's pretty obvious you still don't have your energy back, Rean. Just focus on getting back to your old self for now, okay? Yeah, you're right. Thanks. Just try going in, though. This is the cable car station that connects Ymir with the bottom of the mountain. I don't need to use it now. Now. You can look at it down there. It goes way off into the distance. Amazing. Amazing. I do like train car type things like that. Just fun. Just fun. Feels like it's been ages since I last used my snowboard out here. No reason to whip out my board and go down the mountain now, though. There's every reason. Just get back on the train, don't you? How are we going here? Hello? Oh my, if it isn't Rean. I didn't know you were up and about. You're not hurt or anything, are you? Come here, sweetie. Let me get a better look at you. I'm alright, honestly. Father Bernard already looked at me, and he said I'm fine. Oh, really? Well, I suppose if he says so. You and Luke always used to come home covered in bruises after playing out in the snow. Can't be too careful. Nothing dangerous has happened since you left, at least. I guess living in a remote mountain village has its advantages. Then again, there's been no shortage of surprises. First Her Highness comes to stay, and now we have that talking cat. Sometimes it feels like the war has nothing to do with us. With everything that's happened and you getting involved, it suddenly feels a lot more personal. Maybe you're right. Although I can't help but feel that things would have been more peaceful if I hadn't come back. Oh, and Rean? Don't you think Elise has grown into a lovely young lady now? Yes? I mean, she seems a lot more of an adult these days, doesn't she? I guess. She has gotten a lot taller. Cheekier, too. You're also at that age where she might start finding herself interested in boys. If you know what I mean. Oh, I know. And I've got no intention of letting anyone who doesn't meet with my approval near her. I really do feel sorry for her. What? Why? But I don't get what goes through your head sometimes, Masha. Oh dear, Rean, you're so oblivious. Ah, Master Rean. I'm overjoyed to see that you are well. You don't have any lingering symptoms, do you? Headaches? Fevers? I'm fine, honestly. If anything, I feel like I want to be out and about after sleeping for so long. Is that so? I'm pleased to hear that. Still, make sure you're eating well enough to regain your strength. Luckily, the fall harvest has been excellent this year. I'll be sure to deliver plenty more of the mountain's blessings to the mansion for you to enjoy. Thank you. Can't wait. I may not be a servant at the mansion anymore, but I still wish to do what I can to serve you and your family. You know, the fall harvest was very plentiful this year. I'll be sure to bring some to the mansion later for you to enjoy. Oh, will you? A lovely little fireplace with a little teapot on top. Oh, it's lovely. It keeps it nice and warm. Some bottles. Where's Woo Baby? I need to find a copy of Woo Baby. Where's your Woo Baby? Where is your copy of Woo Baby? This is most distressing. I don't recall seeing a copy of Woo Baby around. There must be one. Why does this household not have a copy of Woo Baby? Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. There's Toval. I'm cleaning up the plates. Grandpa asked me to. Morning, Kiki. Everything still the same here in the tavern? Yep, sure it is. Moritz tried to give up drinking. Didn't even last a week. He's a failure of a man. I'm glad to see she's doing well, but her tongue's sure gotten sharper. It was sharp enough before. I guess there is one thing different. We've got a weird noble lady staying here now. She went out fishing earlier. I don't know how she can be laid back enough to fish in the middle of a war. Yeah. You're finally up, Rean. Good to see. Between going missing for a month and ending up on the Alliance wanted list, you had us worried, young man. I'm sorry about that. I feel awful. Nah, don't be. We're just glad you're alright. Here, take a couple of these from me. You can enjoy them with Elise later. Oh, it's a fluffy pancake. Thank you. Feels like it's been forever since I last had the chance to enjoy your cooking. He may not look the type, but I'm always amazed by how well he makes this stuff. I remember when he used to give Elise and me sweet things all the time after we came home from Sunday school. Good times. Not much has changed since the last time you were here. Your father patrols more, but that's about it. The bracer to my right's been helping us a lot too. He's been a big help since he got here. A real considerate kid for his age. He's really outdone himself by bringing you home safely though. Gonna have to treat him to a coffee for that one. Oh dear. Well, hey there, if it ain't Rean. Glad to have you back home. You're better now. Yeah, I'm fine now. I must have just been exhausted. I take it everything's fine with you too. See, your habit of spending the day drinking is still intact at least. I'm just having a few drinks to celebrate your return home, that's all. Besides, not a whole lot of work for a woodcutter like me to do in the middle of winter. I'm always here if you need me to make you anything though. Might not be as good as competent as Gizmo, but I'm close. Thanks. I'll let you know if I'm ever in need of anything. No, I don't speak to you. Most of the country has been taken over by the Alliance now. We're pretty much isolated from the world below us. Maybe it's for the better we are, though. Sure makes it easier to shelter you and Her Highness here. We've even got Toval helping out too. So you just take this chance to get some rest. This is the best place to do it. Toval!
If you've come to thank me for saving your butt again, save it. I'm just glad I made it in time. Princess Alphen and that sister of yours are the ones you should be talking to. You were on their minds this whole time.
Yeah, I can tell. I really do appreciate you coming for me, though. I was pretty far out from town, so I didn't think anyone would find me. Just goes to show what bracers can do, I guess.
About that, I wasn't actually the one who found you.
You weren't?
2 days ago, I got a call out of nowhere on my Arcus. They gave me this crazy amount of detail on exactly where to find you, then they just hung up. Didn't even say who they were. I figured it couldn't hurt to go take a look. And sure enough, there you were.
That's strange.
Very.
I wonder who it was.
Wish I could tell you. I couldn't even recognize their voice. Nah, that's not really true. It was kind of familiar. Maybe. Whatever. No use dwelling on it. Right now, we've got bigger problems to tackle than mystery callers. There's the war for starters.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Have you and the rest of the guild been doing much?
Well, we've been trying. We're pretty limited on what we can do, partly because we've all been split up since the war broke out. I don't even know if any of the others in Erebonia are okay, Sarah included.
It sounds like things have gotten even more serious since I was away.
Sure has. Not even regular civilians have been able to escape being affected by it. As it stands, the Noble Alliance has the overwhelming advantage, but the Imperial Army's showing no signs of surrendering to them, particularly in a few regions across the country.
I see.
Oh, and another thing you might hear. We've been getting reports of a few Jaeger corps taking part in the war too, even members of Ouroboros.
Ouroboros? That secret society?
That's the one. Jaegers being employed here in Erebonia is nothing new, but there's way more of them here these days. As for Ouroboros, they're probably just trying to stir up trouble of their own. It's what they do best. Then there's the fact that Erebonia isn't the only place with problems right now. Crossbell's full of them too. There's so much to freak out about these days, it could drive you insane. Sorry, you've got enough on your plate without me dumping all this on you, huh? Try saving all those bad thoughts you got piling up for another day, okay? You need to focus on relaxing. You can decide what you want to do after that.
Sure. Thanks, Toval. You're probably right. You're just a fountain of good advice, huh?
I've just got a few years worth of life experience on you, that's all. Oh, and while I'm giving you good advice, why not take a dip in the hot springs? Could be a nice way to clear your head.
It probably would. Hasn't let me down before. Maybe I should pay a visit to the Phoenix Wings later.
Maybe. Try and rest up, okay? I know there's a lot on your mind, but there's nothing you can do about any of it right now. If you want my advice, I'd say go take a dip in the hot springs over at the Phoenix Wings. Now that's relaxing. Try and rest up, okay? There's a lot on your mind. Relaxing. Probably do that, and probably do that in the next part. Let's just see if anyone's up here. No. So, we're going to end this part here, and the next part, we'll head off towards the Phoenix Wings, the Septune Church, and see what's going on with that path up there. And obviously speak to anyone else along the way. I do want to know one thing, though. Is it just the map that I'm there? Why is there a few dots on this map? Like, you look at the road leading up to the Phoenix Wings Inn. There's a dot there. Why? Why is there a dot in the road? And why is there another dot on, like, the fence further up? I kind of want to investigate that before we do anything. Oh, think of, like, it's like a dot here on the map. But there's nothing here. Why is there a dot? And then there's like a dot here. Is it the tree? It would explain this tree, but it doesn't explain anything else here. I don't know. Maybe we'll find out in the next part. Ta-ta for now.